So let's begin, everybody. I'm going to invite this beautiful bell to chime us in, and we'll fully arrive to our practice today. Friends, I'd like to begin our practice today with a sentiment of metta, a sentiment of loving kindness. These are these little cards that I have painted, and then on the back of them I write sentiments of loving kindness. This one reads, "May you walk in beauty. May you walk in beauty." And that's a really lovely intention of loving kindness for our practice today. So, as may have already noticed, I'm going to close my eyes as I guide us through meditation. The meditation I'd like to bring forward today is something called an elemental meditation. Elemental meditations are practices that I have created and have been working on for many, many years. They are deeply inspired by the reverence that Thich Nhat Hanh had for the interconnectedness we ought to be cultivating toward the earth. There are many mythologies governing the human experience that would have us believing we are separate from the earth, when in fact we couldn't be more connected. We are of the earth. We belong to the earth. We are manifestations of this living planet. And so what I have done for us today is I am going to take the elements of earth, air, fire, water, and mystery, and I'm going to pair them with the foundations of mindfulness, the body, the mind, the emotions, and our mental perceptions and formations, as well as consciousness. Now, you may be tempted to take notes and write this down, and I would discourage you from doing that, because really what I'd like you to do is recognize that the body can relate to all of the elements: earth, air, fire, water, and mystery. Today I'm just going to pair it with one. But on any given day, you can experience your own body and the element of fire. You can experience your own body and the element of mystery. You can experience your own body and the element of water, and so on. So it is with your mind and thoughts, your emotions and mood, as well as the stories you tell, and your overall consciousness. So allow today's practice to be an introduction for you to play with these pairings, for you to allow the elements and the products of mindfulness, the foundations of mindfulness, allow it to be playful. Allow this particular introductory practice to open up and tap into your own knowing and wisdom. To begin, we find a posture in the body that is at ease, but awake. So for today's practice, if your body needs to lie down, please do so, but lie down in a somewhat active pose if you can. By that, I simply mean rest your hands, one hand over the heart, another hand over the belly. This is a somatic and grounding posture. It is active. If you can, elevate your feet. And maybe even keep your eyes open. If you're sitting down, sit in a way that is away from your computer or your phone. So turn your body at an angle to your computer screen or your phone. Sit tall, roll your shoulders back and open your chest, open that heart. See if you can hold your head in a position where your chin is parallel to the ground. Keep your hands in one of three postures, palms facing down if you need a little bit of grounding, resting comfortably on your thighs. Palms facing up, resting on your thighs if you need a little bit more energetic receiving. Or if you're feeling a little bit more integrated, you can interlace your fingers or rest your right fingers in the palm of your left hand with your thumbs touching. You can change your hand positions throughout this meditation. Keep your eyes slightly open, your mouth relaxed. This is a fairly traditional meditative posture. If you're sitting on a cushion, sit in a way where your pelvis is a little bit forward so that your back is straight without being too rigid. The belly is nice and soft. The eyes are gazing inward while remaining slightly open. And breathe. Today, bring your attention to your body and allow your body and the idea of earth to play with one another. Your body is mostly water, but all kinds of other earth and celestial byproduct, minerals, plants, the things you eat from this earth. But also your body is strong, has solidity to it like stone. It also has areas of softness like clay, maybe even some prickliness, some coarseness like sand and stone. Take a moment to reflect on how your body mirrors the earth. And take a moment to rejoice over the limitless manifestation of earth beings we are. Every human being is a unique, one-of-a-kind manifestation of earth's reflection. It's extraordinary, actually. Beautiful, humbling. To gaze upon someone, upon their body, as an earth being, as an earth product, is a miracle. Today's intention was, may you walk in beauty. May the beauty of your earth body carry you as you walk. May the reverence you see in the earth reflect the reverence that your body already is, inside and out. Breathe that in. Breathe this truth into the dark crevasses of the body, the hidden spaces within your bones, and let these words rattle them awake. And with your next breath, let us bring forward into our awareness the mind and our thoughts. It's very common in traditional meditation practices to treat the mind and its thoughts like clouds upon a limitless sky, constantly floating by, constantly gathering into storms, dissipating into vapors, moving on. When was the last time you gazed at the clouds? What if you could cultivate in your practice treating your thoughts as they arise, as your attention when you notice an unusual cloud? Observe how you want to hang on to that cloud. The other day, I saw the eye of a whale in a cloud. It was so crystal clear to me, and so I had this thought, oh wow, there's a whale's eye in that cloud, but I don't actually see the whole whale. And I got super attached to that eye because that's a very human thing to do. And I wanted the cloud to move and form into the mouth of this giant whale. And of course, the cloud is going to do what clouds do. And they certainly aren't going to conform to my whim. So it dissipated. I lost the whale's eye. And I had to confront a little disappointment. It didn't last. It didn't linger. The thought went away. And my emotional attachment to my thought stirred up a little bit of discomfort. That's how it's all connected. And so we practice playing with our thoughts by putting them into aspects of nature so that we can work on attachment. We can work on creating space between thoughts and within our relationship to our thoughts. We play with nature and put our thoughts into aspects of nature like air so that we can add levity, lightness, and maybe even joy. Another air element that I like to play with is perfect for this time of year in the United States, autumn, and the leaves are falling. Inexplicably, they detach from their mother tree, and whimsically they fall to the earth like a quilt. What if I could allow my thoughts to detach from myself once in a while, trusting the timing of it? What if I could allow my thoughts to float around whimsically on the airs of time and rest. On your next breath, allow the spirit of ease toward your thoughts to come alive within your earthen clay body. And then turn your attention and your gaze to your mood and your emotions. In psychology, it is very common to assign symbolically our emotional well-being or our emotional upheaval to water. Still water, deep water, clear water, reflective water, stormy water, flowing water, dripping, seeping, puddling, soaking waters. So many ways to describe your emotions, so many opportunities to explore your emotional range creatively, artistically, poetically, with water. Don't forget, friends, the water of tears. May you cry them in sacred moments. May you hold them for yourself and others with reverence. May you allow your tears the spaciousness to fall, to flow, to inform, and to heal. So many kinds of water, so many sorts of emotions and feeling. Have the courage to feel them all. Have the tenacity to be curious and understand them. Only then will you come into the wholeness of your spiritual human being. The fourth foundation of mindfulness are the stories we tell, the perceptions we have, the mental formations we put together based on what we're feeling in the body, what we're sensing in the body, what we're thinking in the mind, and what we're feeling emotionally. All of these things come together to form a perception, a story. Sometimes these stories are true and not the whole truth. And because they are not the whole truth, we need to create space. We need an element to come in to perhaps even destroy the habit energy we have to be incredulous and insistent on our stories. One of the stories, one of the narratives in our society around those in recovery, those who have persistent and pernicious habit energies is that they should be ashamed of themselves. Shame and the stories associated with it. I would like to bring forward, and I invite the element of fire to come in and do 3 things. The first is to destroy narratives that are false. The second is from that charred backdrop that happens with fire is new growth and maybe even a small ember slowly burning. Embers light the way anew. That's the second thing. May the fires of your own stories illuminate new pathways to being. And the third thing about fire is may it warm you. May the healing glow of the element of fire warm any part of you that feels cold and abandoned, dead even, and rejected. May the stories you have come into the light. May falsity be burned away. And in the space of newness and freshness, may you light the way. And finally, friends, we come to the 5th element of mystery. And I'm going to partner this with the mindfulness foundation of consciousness. It is a complete and utter mystery to be here at all. The conditions of our evolution, how we came to be, is ancient and mysterious. The consciousness of all of this life, past, present, and future, present in you now, is a great mystery. May you awaken to this miracle, and may it inform an aspiration for you to be and become your highest, best self. At the very least, may you recognize that a moment's worth of your healing is healing to us all. Let us end our practice together with 5 deep breaths in honor of the body and the earth, in honor of the thoughts and air, in honor of our feelings and water, in honor of our perceptions and stories and fire, in honor of our consciousness and mystery. And from there, let's go ahead and end our practice with a dedication of merit. Today, I think I just want to remind everybody of our one of our things on our website called Tokens of Mindfulness. And I just want to remind everybody of this sticker that we make, Practice Makes Practice. So we're not here to get it perfect, whatever that means. We're here simply to practice. Practice makes practice. And all of our practice matters. And that's the thing about merit and why we dedicate this effort. Every time you stumble and you get up and shake yourself off, every time you step into awareness that you have gone wayward and you take the steps to reorient and re-navigate yourself back toward an aspiration of healing, is merit, it's positivity. These actions, these efforts ripple out into the world, and they affect all other living beings in ways you will never see, you will never register, you may never even know. It doesn't matter. The action of goodness is good enough. And so we dedicate this practice to all of our community members, friends far and near who were not able to join us. Maybe because they don't know anything about Recovery Dharma. Maybe because they're still in active addiction. Maybe because they're on the street, in their car, in the hospital, in jail. To all of our community members who are suffering from abuse and neglect, to all of our community members the world over who are suffering under the weight of confusion and ignorance, may the wise action and effort of us today reach them with an inexplicable sense of warmth and care, affection and compassion. And may we turn all of those aspects of this positive practice back toward ourselves with loving kindness, with compassion, joy, and equanimity to keep ourselves supported, strengthened, and well. Thank you all for your beautiful, beautiful practice. We'll see you next time. Namaste.